Hello, everyone. Today we'll talk about the blessing of Shabbat and the holiness of it. And apparently they're both interconnected. Um, so when we were learning Moreh Nevuchim, it was mentioned that there's philosophers who believe that Hashem just set up all the rules, the universal rules and the order of things, and then just gave it, the press the button on, and then it's been going on since then. On the one hand, you could say that they're greater believers than us because it's so powerful that however many millions ago, um, and millions of years ago that happened. But on the other hand, Hashem doesn't want that kind of relationship with the world. We believe that Hashem wants us to have a daily or at least weekly relationship that recognizes that it is still functioning like Hashem wanted, but Hashem also changes things based on our prayer, and corrects things that could look to other people like they're just natural happenings, right? If I walk into the street with my eyes closed, I'm going to get hit, and injured. But hypothetically speaking, Hashem can prevent any cars to go in that street until I finish crossing it. So even though I don't believe that I should rely on such miracles, and the Talmud tells us, "Lo lismoch al nes," we still understand that there's changes that happen all the time based on our actions, and that's why we have to have this closeness and to recognize Hashem's blessings and the holy people and spaces and times that are all explained in the Torah. So Shabbat, as the first thing that was blessed, um, not person or animal. Shabbat is the first thing that was blessed, so that's why we are discussing this now in the context of Shabbat. So Shabbat is a repository of blessing and holiness, as it is stated, and God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because on it God ceased from all work of creation that he had done. That's in what we call Vayachulu, in the beginning of chapter 2 of Genesis. Similarly, we read, "For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth and sea and all that is in them, and he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed Shabbat day and hallow it. Al ken barach Adonai et Yom Shabbat v'kadshehu." So that's in the middle of the Ten Commandments. And some people add that in the Kiddush of Shabbat morning. And the word kadosh, holy, applies to the absolute, to that which is beyond time and place. Kadosh means separate and transcendent, for anything that belongs to that realm of the absolute is separate and distinct from all the finite things in the world. So the first time that Hashem said that a place is holy was when he was speaking to Moses, telling him, "Ki hamakom asher ata omed alav kadosh hu." That's why you take off your shoes. The time we already said is already in Bereshit, where Hashem said that time is holy, and humans that are holy, there's all kinds of places where we talk about, but in Avarachamim, where we talk about the Kilot HaKodesh and Masru Nafsham L'Kdesh Hashem, we talk about the fact that people also can be holy. The Ari is known as the Ari HaKadosh, and there's other people that are described in that way. So the word blessing, on the other hand, not kadosh, bracha, indicates increase and growth. If you know about grafting, one way is to cut a branch and add another branch from another tree into it, but a different way is to take a long branch and fold it into the ground and then make another tree from the same exact branch. So, and when we talk about our knees and talk about the camel's knees, and actually in this week's Torah portion, Vayavrech et hagmalim, it's not Vayavarech, he didn't bless the camels, he made them kneel and settle down. So that means increase and growth. And the greater Kedusha an item has, the greater source of blessing it can be. The holiest of all is God, the world's creator, who is, was, and will be. His light and power are infinite, and he is the source of blessings for all the creatures. For this reason, he is called the Holy One, blessed be He, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So again, that combination, HaKadosh, because He's holy, but also Baruch Hu, for He is holy, transcendent, and also blessed and bestows blessings. Okay, so when you are bowing your knees and you're saying Baruch Ata Hashem, it's not that we can really add to Hashem because Hashem is everything. So what we mean Hashem is Baruch is that He is wants and continues to bless us and to bless the world that He created. God sanctified Shabbat and blessed it. He sanctified it by distinguishing it from other days, for on it the inner essence of the world is revealed. He blessed it in that He bestows blessing on all the other days and all the worlds through it. And so we mentioned before that there's two options. One is that Shabbat gives the blessing to the next 6 days until the next Shabbat, and the other option is from Wednesday morning until Tuesday night is the blessing of that Shabbat. And a lot of Torah shiurim and emails actually start on Wednesday because of this idea. So I think that that's the more practiced one. So thus the Zohar states the 6 weekdays all draw a blessing from the seventh day, and it further states, and this is also in the Zohar, all the blessings from above and below depend on the seventh day, because all the supernal 6 days draw a blessing from it. By God's cessation of all work on the seventh day, it became the most sanctified and essential of all the days. Through it, God bestows blessing on the 6 days and the world as a whole. So too the Jews, by ceasing all work on the seventh day and connecting to the holy source of blessing, understand the great value of every different type of work done in order to build up the world, and thus they draw down blessing upon themselves. This is as the sages state in Brachot, the verse, the blessing of the Lord will enrich, in Mishlei Proverbs, the blessing of the Lord will enrich, refers to the Shabbat blessing, and that's in the Gemara and Brachos. They also state that by honoring Shabbat, one merits wealth because Shabbat is the source of blessing. So, just to review again, Shabbat is both holy and blessed, and we participate in that holiness, and we also take the blessing for the rest of the week from our participation in this process of blessing Shabbat and praying and learning Torah, etc. So we'll stop here, and tomorrow we'll learn more about the manna that fell on Shabbat, because that's the first time, even before the Ten Commandments, that Shabbat was given to the Jewish people.